It is Monday. It's Labor Day. Happy Labor Day, everybody. That's why you don't see kids in my classroom on this fine Monday morning. Now, my in-laws are amazing people, and they love to spend as much time with our kids as possible, so they haven't got to see the kids as much now that they're both in school, so they took them last night for a little sleepover. Trish and I actually had a date night. We went to see Bad Moms. Highly recommend that movie. Very, very vulgar, dirty comedy, but a funny movie. One, if you like dirty comedies, go see it. It's a great movie. So we're out here in our classrooms trying to get some things done. It's Labor Day, but we don't really stop. Like we have so much to do and things to get ready for the kids. And luckily enough, like I said, the kids are having a blast at my in-laws, so we're here working. So I stopped at Walmart this morning too because I wanted to get some things to put around my classroom. I got this idea from, I guess this is kind of the Monday shout out portion. Here we go. All right, so I got this idea from Heidi Buckus when I was out in Vegas. HeidiSongs.com, I think is her website. I'll put that down below right here. But she had this idea, and I've seen it other places too, but I really took it from her because I liked the way she did it. She had chalkboards or easels in each of her stations with an I can statement or something, so that if someone came in the classroom or a parent was there to help or somebody was volunteering and needed to know what was going on without you running over there, she had these little easels that said like, I can build a bridge that supports a car or something like that, whatever the station is. Hers was like this marble run game they were doing. It could be I can stamp my name, whatever it is. So I stopped and I found these little easels that are chalkboard on one side and whiteboard on the other. So we're gonna use these. I'm gonna put these around the centers. And then like for example, this week they're going to be building foil boats over in the Discovery Center to do sink and float activities with little toy soldiers. So I could put some on here like I can count and compare, because they're gonna count and compare whose boats held more or less. Now, it's not really so much for the kids. I'll use it as I explain it to them. It's more so for, like I said, if I have a volunteer or administration stops in or another teacher stops in to get an idea, they like that will know exactly what's going on at that station. So that's a shout out to Heidi for that idea. If you've had that idea before too, great job. But Heidi Buckus, thank you for that wonderful idea. I've got another one I want to share too. So Monday shout out to Heidi, and then this is a Monday shout out to my neighbor next door, who's actually gonna be here in a little while because we gotta work on that room over there that we share. But Tiffany, my next door neighbor, who's actually our son's teacher, had this idea. You know, let's go to her classroom and I'll show you over there because it was her idea. So this is my neighbor teacher's classroom and the classroom that my son gets to spend his stay at school in. Peggy's here at school too. Say hi, Peggy. Peggy! Peg. Peggy likes to come hang out at school instead of being home by herself. So she had this idea that when any time the kids are doing some sort of paperwork or a worksheet or something that they've done, and you don't really need, Peggy, come here. You don't really need to see them all. She's got baskets. She calls them finished baskets all around her classroom. Her classroom colors are yellow and black. Mrs. Beeler, get it? Bee themed. Huh. She's got yellow hives hanging all over like these. And she's just got black and yellow all around her classroom, which makes it look really well put together. It's a beautiful space. So she's got these little baskets that she sits around the room. And the problem was she was having kids turn in. See, there's some here, there's some there, there's one right there. She was having the kids turn in papers, but their papers were being turned in without names. So she came up with this idea and she put these little stampers that you can get at party stores, or usually like our kids get them at birthday parties and little prize packs and stuff. She put those in the basket, so every basket has a stamper, and she told the kids it doesn't matter which basket they turn papers into, but the only way it can go in that basket is if it has their name on it. And to double check that, they get to stamp it themselves, which I thought was a cool idea. Kids love stamps. So like here's a basket here with another stamp in it, and if they want to turn in their paper, they have to have their name on it, and then they get to stamp it. And she said she's even had kids saying, oh my gosh, don't forget you get to stamp it, but put your name on it, or catching them if they try to put a stamp on it without their name that remind each other, which I think is a really cool idea. So shout out to Tiffany next door, or in here, I guess. A great idea. When the kids turn in their own papers, let them stamp it themselves, and then it gives them a sense of pride, and then they love using stamps anyway, and then they're also making sure their name is on there. I started something similar. Come on, Peggy. So I started something very similar right here. I've got my basket that we did this week, sorting beginning sound A words. And then I put a little ink pad, because I don't have all those fancy little stampers like she doesn't need to get some. I've got an ink pad and a stamp, and the kids know that that's where papers go, so I don't have to check them right away, but then they're also making sure their name is on there, and they took to that like that. They loved it. They thought that was so exciting to be able to stamp their own paper. So there's 2 shout outs for today. Heidi Buckus for that awesome easel idea for the I can statements, and Tiffany for the stamp your own paper if your name is on it idea. So thank you guys, great ideas. Another thing that's fun is I am horrible about buying things for school but then leaving them at home. So I brought in a box full of stuff today, and Trisha was sick of it being, I kind of have a little corner in our bedroom where I kind of stash stuff, and I know that's terrible, I shouldn't do that, but I had a bunch of stuff there, and one of the things I bought this summer, and I completely forgot that I had them, and I cannot wait because I use these in my reading centers and my math tubs all the time. Groupon had these things for a super cheap price. So these are those clear pocket things that you see people using in their classrooms all the time. These guys that you can slip a piece of paper down in, and then it's a dry erase thing. And these are awesome for, I don't even remember what I paid for these, but it was super cheap. I don't see a price. I wish I knew so I could tell you. So that's a place to check too. If you don't follow Groupon or you don't get their emails, check it out because these were on there one day. I know it was less than $1 a piece, which I saw them at the Target dollar section for $1 a piece. But these dry erase pockets, I put these in my math and reading tubs for any kind of worksheet. And what I mean by worksheet is if it's a game where, a lot of games that I use from Greg, from the Kindergarten Smorgasbord, you pull out a card, you have to find a matching beginning sound picture or a letter, color that in. And instead of wasting all that paper, because that's something they would take home and get thrown away anyway, I use these guys. And I know this is nothing new, you guys use these in your classrooms too, but I thought it was cool to find them on Groupon for a really, really decent price. So now I think I have 20 of them. Maybe? I think there's 20 of them here, and I can fill in all my math and reading tubs over there. So Groupon is a great place to check for ideas like that. Okay, so the reason I wanted to do the Monday shout out like that today, where I was sharing ideas that I got from other teachers, because I think sometimes teachers forget that the best place to learn new ideas is from other teachers. And I think that's so true. I learn so many ideas that I use in my classroom from other teachers. So I kind of want to focus a lot of our next few Monday shout outs on ideas that weren't necessarily mine, but I'll give a shout out to other teachers. So like those 2 I just did today came from 2 great teachers that I know, and I think they're awesome. They're great ideas, and I think we need to remember that if you need inspiration or you need a source of motivation for your classroom, just seek out the people around you. Like, chances are there's something going on in a classroom in your building that you've never done before that would work awesome in your classroom. So there's an idea. Just use people around you to get those ideas. And with that being said, I love getting ideas from all of you. I've gotten some awesome comments on Facebook and YouTube recently for different ideas to try on questions that I've posted. So to go along with today's Monday shout out, I am looking for some new ideas for our Apple unit. I do a big Apple unit. We've done an Apple unit here since I started teaching. We revolve it around the season of fall coming in apples and apple orchards and all kinds of different things. We tie in math, science, reading, everything to it. But I need some new fresh ideas. So I'm looking for help from you. So Monday shoutouts are all about helping other people and teachers and learning from each other. So I want your help. I want you to post below in the comments or send me a message your favorite Apple units, whether they're free things that you found or teachers pay teachers, whatever it is, any ideas that you use in your classroom, share them around, not just with me, but let's share, because I'm sure a lot of people are doing Apple units right now. So here's our, I don't know, challenge for the week or an idea for the week to get teachers talking. Let's share below or share online all your favorite Apple themed units, ideas, games, crafts, whatever they are. Post them down below. I'll share them out on my pages. You share them out on your pages. Comment, send me a message, and I'll share them, whatever it is, but I'm looking for your help. Send me all your Apple-themed ideas, whatever they are, and let's see how many we can come up with as a teaching community here and see what we can do. Thank you.